Well, everybody, you've been asking, and today we are going to deliver. My name is Ben Dorr. I'm the executive director for Minnesota Gun Rights, and I have all of the details that you need to know. If you love your Second Amendment freedoms, if you think those are important, you need to know what's going on in the August 9th Republican primary in Senate District 23. Stay tuned. We're going to give you all the details coming right now. All right, everybody. So in this race, we have two candidates running for office. We have Lisa Hanson and Jean Dornink. Now, as a gun rights organization, our job at election time is to make sure everybody knows where candidates stand on the issues. We are an issue advocacy organization. So the first thing we did was sent out candidate surveys to both Lisa and Jean to get kind of a feel for where they stand on the issues. Now, we asked them a series of questions with yes, no, and maybe some co-sponsor questions and answers for them to give to us. Now, ordinarily, when people are super excited about the Second Amendment, when they intend to go to St. Paul and fight on behalf of gun owners, they are very happy to fill out that candidate survey, usually 100%, usually ready to go up there and rock and roll on behalf of gun owners. Now, one candidate did it. The other candidate did not. Now, we're going to talk about this right now. I want to break it down for you for just a couple of minutes. Stick with me. The first candidate we have, again, is Lisa Hanson. Now, we sent her candidate questionnaire, had 10 questions in it, and they're all very important, but we chose kind of the biggest issues to highlight here for you. Lisa filled out her candidate survey 100% pro-gun. That means red flag laws, okay? Red flag gun confiscations, we all know what they are. They will take our firearms without due process. Now, this is a big bill the Democrats have been pushing in St. Paul for many, many years. And Lisa Hanson said, no, I'm 100% opposed to it. So she gets a green check mark on red flag laws. Stand your ground law. This is something that Minnesota Gun Rights has been advocating for. You and I, we've been fighting for this for a decade. We've been fighting for this. And Lisa Hanson is 100% in support. She has promised if she makes it into the Minnesota Senate that she will be a chief sponsor of Stand Your Ground law. Now, that's huge. A lot of politicians beat around the bush when it comes to these issues, and Lisa is not. She's promising to push this issue on behalf of gun owners if she makes it to St. Paul. The third issue here is constitutional carry. 5 states passed constitutional carry just last year alone. And this year, in fact, in Georgia passed it, Indiana passed it. All over the country, constitutional carry has been surging. Alabama passed it. It's a huge issue. Gun owners love it. It's freedom loving. Half of the country has constitutional carry, and it simply says you can carry a firearm. If you're legal to own a firearm, you can carry it without getting a permit if you don't want to. You can still get the permit if you want to for reciprocity reasons, but you don't have to. This is important. We saw this with the shooting in Indiana not long ago, where a young man who was constitutional carrying saved a whole bunch of people in a food court in a shopping mall when somebody opened fire. It was a great thing to see constitutional carry work on behalf of law-abiding Minnesotans. And Lisa Hanson has promised to fight for constitutional carry, to introduce this bill in the Senate if she goes to the Senate and if she wins this August 9th primary. Fourth, we have the assault weapons ban. We're seeing this in Congress. It's being pushed all over the place. Politicians want to take away our firearms. They want to take our AR-15s, our AKs. They want to take our pistols, our shotguns. That's being pushed heavily in Congress right now. And this is a major, major issue in the Second Amendment space in Minnesota and nationally. And Lisa Hanson has promised to be an absolute no vote on a so-called assault weapons ban. We don't need that in Minnesota. And the fifth thing, and I've already mentioned this to you, Lisa Hanson did fill out the entire Minnesota Gun Rights candidate survey 100% pro-gun. She didn't squeege on any of the issues. And if you remember Lisa, and I don't know her super well, but she made headlines because Lisa Hanson was one of the main people who stood up against Tim Walz's lockdown. She got thrown in jail for days and days and days because she opened up her business in defiance of Tim Walz's tyranny. And she went to jail for it. She had the courage of her convictions on those issues. We like that kind of thing when it comes to freedom. Now, we're going to move to Gene Dornink. He is a current state senator, and there's not a whole lot that we can say about him. I've worked up in St. Paul for many years. I know Gene. I was there long before Gene was there. And he's not really been a big advocate for gun owners. He's co-sponsored a bunch of bills. Politicians are always co-sponsoring pro-gun bills to look pro-gun. But what does it actually mean if there's no votes? We'll start at the top. Red flag laws. There's not been a vote on this. And Gene Dornink did not fill out our candidate survey. He refused to do so. He would not fill it out. I'm not sure why. He really should fill it out and if he's pro-gun, he should fill it out. Usually they're very excited to fill out a Second Amendment survey, but he did not fill it out, would not fill it out. So we don't know what would happen if a red flag bill made it onto the Senate floor for a vote. Gene has not made it very clear where he stands on this issue, and he did not put his name down on paper. When it comes to stand your ground law, again, a lot of politicians introduce pro-gun bills or they co-sponsor pro-gun bills and they make a big hubbub about it and they say, well, look at my pro-gun record. But we've had a Republican Senate in control in St. Paul for 6 years. And so far, no senator, not a single Republican senator has actually voted on or forced a vote on stand your ground law. No pro-gun bills. So stand your ground law, it's a no-go with Gene Dornink. If he was serious about the issue, he would go on the Senate floor and he would push for a vote on that bill and make the Democrats in the House stop it. But he hasn't pushed it. It's the same with constitutional carry. I think gun owners want fighters in St. Paul. They want people who are going to go up there and really go to town against the radical left, stand up and fight on behalf of the Constitution. And when it comes to constitutional carry, I know he's maybe pushed or he's, again, sponsored or co-sponsored some bills. But if nobody's actively pushing them through the legislature, if nobody's pushing for a vote, what does it mean? What does it actually mean? And we have the assault weapons ban. It's the same thing. If you're a Republican and you're not out front leading right now saying no ban on AR-15s, no gun bans, we're not putting up with this stuff, no red flag laws, no statewide gun registration, no. If they're not doing that, what the heck are they doing on behalf of gun owners right now? So far, Gene Dornink hasn't opposed a so-called assault weapons ban. We've heard nothing from him on this issue. And again, he got red check marks on all 5. He refused to fill out his Minnesota gun rights candidate questionnaire and would not send it back to us. So a few things. First, if you see Lisa Hanson out on the campaign trail, do us a favor, thank her for being so open and honest and forthright about her position on the Second Amendment. Tell her thank you, because a lot of politicians aren't doing that. A lot of legislators, a lot of candidates, they're not standing up and being very bold about what they would do if they made it into office. So thank Lisa Hanson for being a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment and standing up against Tim Walz. It's a big thing. And if you see Gene, tell him to apologize for, well, first of all, for not filling out his Minnesota gun rights candidate questionnaire. He really should do that and send it back to us 100%. If he wants gun owners to know he's 100% pro-gun, he needs to fill out the candidate survey. That's extremely important. And tell him to apologize. In the time he has been in St. Paul, Why has there been no vote on stand your ground law? Why has nobody pushed for constitutional carry law? They should take these bills, they should put them on the Senate floor, and Republicans should do all they can do to get it passed. But Gene Dornink hasn't done anything to make that happen. They should push it all the way. Gene hasn't done that. So that's everything we know about Lisa Hanson and Gene Dornink. Guys, the August 9th primary is coming up very fast. Do us a favor, share this video with everybody you know in the Albert Lee area, in the surrounding area, in Senate District 23. It's a brand new district, so make sure that you're in it or you're not in it. You may have been in an old district. It's all been redone with redistricting, so make sure you're in Senate District 23, but share this with your family and friends. Tell Gene to get off his duff and really fight for gun owners and fill out his Minnesota gun rights candidate questionnaire. And when you go out to vote on August 9, vote pro-gun.